Greta Thunberg nominated for 2020 Nobel Peace Prize.
Here's a summary of the article.
2 Swedish MPs have nominated Swedish climate activist Greta Thunberg, and the Fridays for Future protest movement she began, for 2020's Nobel Peace Prize, TT agency reported citing a letter from Swedish parliamentarians. Young climate activist Greta Thunberg and the global environmental movement Fridays for Future, today nominated for the 2020 Nobel Peace Prize by 2 Swedish lawmakers, the statement said. According to politicians, the main reason why a girl deserves to receive an award is because, despite her young age, she worked hard to get politicians to pay attention to the climate crisis. Climate change is crucial because it can lead to conflict and create flows of climate refugees. Earlier, speaking in Davos at the World Economic Forum, Greta Thunberg made a statement that the environmental situation is only getting worse and therefore urgent action is needed to combat climate change. She began School Strike for the Climate project outside the Swedish parliament in August 2018, and has since inspired and mobilized millions of young people to get involved. Nominations for the Nobel Peace Prize must be submitted by February 1 to the Norwegian Nobel Committee.
This post received a score of 20,600, with an upvote ratio of 64%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Even as a Swede, this certainly feels like 100% politics and PR.
Well, yeah, remember when Obama won the Nobel Peace Prize for not being Bush?
The Nobel Committee later stated they regretted awarding the prize to Obama after all of the drone strikes, including killing 2 U.S. citizens including a teenager, and other military intervention he authorized.
Greater than S, including killing 2 U.S. citizens including a teenager, another M. Let's hope Greta doesn't let it go to her head and start extrajudicial assassinations.
Spy Kids 6 is going to be intense.
Is Spy Kids still going? I was under the impression that it ended with the third one.
The Machete films are technically canon.
The creator said they weren't.
Obama got one for. What did he get that for again?
Not being Bush Jr.
So the bar has been lowered. I think I may have a shot at this Peace Prize too, cause I'm not Bush Jr. either.
Lowered? Henry Kissinger won it during Operation Condor and the bombing of Cambodia.
I think it's for negotiating peace in Vietnam. Hilarious how the guy had the balls to actually accept it, even though both sides went right back at fighting before the award was given. At least Le Duc, though, the co-winner, had the decency to decline.
The funny thing is that Nixon and Kissinger were the ones that disrupted the peace talks in 1968 under the Johnson administration as a way to continue the war.
Gotta get elected somehow.
Reagan learned from the best.
Lots of people get nominated. If most people saw the list, they'd shit themselves. But I can see voters giving it to her just to piss off Trump.
We need to stop acting like a nomination for the Nobel Peace Prize is a newsworthy event. Over 200 people typically get nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize. Trump's own cabinet secretaries could nominate him. The overworked, fringe theory, drugged-out history professor at your local community college could, in theory, nominate someone for the Nobel Peace Prize.
Seriously, people being all salty as if she's won it already.
Nominations are basically meaningless, FYI. There are hundreds of people eligible to nominate someone and no limit to the number of nominees. I'm waiting for them to nominate a Reddit user representative.
It's meant for the person who has done the most or the best work for fraternity between nations, for the abolition or reduction of standing armies, and for the holding and promotion of peace. Congress, that is almost explicitly not what Greta's work has done. It's done jack shit for the abolition or reduction of standing armies. It's done jack shit for the holding and promotion of peace. Congress. I'm just saying she's not being a peace advocate, so a peace prize is not the right award.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.